January is National Thank You Month. You're encouraged to express small acts of gratitude to people in your everyday life. Our first guest would like to show their gratitude and utmost appreciation for a certain group of doctors. Because of them, their child continues to thrive despite a very tough start in life. Joining us with their story of strength in their weakest moments, welcome Jasmine and Andre Hicks and their son Wesley, along with pediatric neurosurgeon Dr. Manish Shah with UT Physicians. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
You all are such an inspirational story for so many families that are going through it right now. So I want to go back to you met, you fell in love, you got married, you got pregnant.
Yes.
And that's that time in life that can be filled with a lot of anxiety for a lot of people because you don't know what to expect. When was the first moment when you realized something was up in your pregnancy?
There was no first moment until my water broke.
Early, right?
Yes, 21 weeks. It was totally, it caught us off guard. I didn't know what was going on, so we called our doctor. They told us to go to the hospital. We did that, and they ran a series of tests, and it was confirmed that my water did rupture at 21 weeks.
Yeah,
and that's when the
the 21 weeks, that means there's some things some hoops you got to jump through.
Yeah, so at 21 weeks, we were in the hospital. They confirmed that the water was broke, and she ended up on bed rest for 10 weeks. And so normally after your water breaks, within 3 or 4 days, you go into labor and you deliver a child. So at that point, he may or may not have survived at that point. So she was lucky enough to get that 10 weeks of more birth, and he came. He was a little early, so at 32 weeks he was born.
Yeah.
He stayed, and that's kind of when his adventure began.
Yeah, because immediately put on the breathing assistance.
Yes.
When you're told that as a new mom, what was going through your mind?
Okay.
I mean, there's no way to prepare for that.
Yeah.
You know, you can hope for the best, but we were really just living the worst.
Yeah.
And so I had to just really rely on my support system and my faith to get me through, and my husband and family.
Yeah, you're diagnosed with hydrocephalus at 1 week old. The buildup of fluid on the brain can cause several issues. And Dr. Shaw, explain what that means.
So about 20% of children who are born premature, like Wesley, can have a hemorrhage in their head.
Yeah.
And about a quarter of them can end up with that hemorrhage in the head, preventing the normal resorption of fluid that our brain is making all the time.
Yeah.
So-
Wesley's like, you saw that microphone, you said, what is that? A microphone? Like before the show started, and it's like, you love that thing, don't you? You like that microphone, Wesley?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So, Dr. Shaw, yes, so it can cause other issues down the line. And one of the things he was dealing with also was seizures and things. But how you found him, that was a series of things that you had to go through as well.
Yeah. So she delivered at a different hospital, and when he was diagnosed with hydrocephalus, we ended up at UT Memorial Hermann with Dr. Shaw, and he was the first specialist doctor that we engaged with Wesley. And thank God that it was him, because he's great. And, and from the very beginning, he was always supportive. He was always truthful. Wesley's first surgery was didn't have the highest success rate, and he gave us all of the information and let us make the best decision for him. That surgery wasn't successful, but knowing everything that he explained to us, we understood that and we accepted the risk. But ever since then, like everything's been great. We don't regret anything that he's done for Wesley, and I think he always applauds us for the things that we do to try to make his job easier.
It's a partnership. It is a partnership. And Dr. Shaw, one of the great things with UT Physicians is that you have a resource of all kinds of specialists to call upon.
That's right. But you're right in that it's a partnership. I mean, one thing that really should be highlighted here is how wonderful this family is. I think there are a lot of families who maybe would get this diagnosis and be unhappy or be negative, but I have never seen a family this positive.
Yeah.
And this kid is doing this well because of them. Like, you know, when I get to see a video of one of my children with hydrocephalus who has a shunt who's playing t-ball, nothing makes me happier.
Yeah. In fact, he's described as the happiest preschool boy. He loves baseball. Wesley, you love baseball?
How do you throw the ball?
Oh, I think you want to host the show, don't you? Yeah, you throw the ball like that. Throw the ball for me, okay?
Throw the ball.
Throw the ball.
What is
Oh, let me catch it. I forgot to catch it.
Swing better.
Oh, yeah, let me get the microphone here.
Say
So what do they
swing,
say
batter,
when
batter,
you're
batter.
up there with the bat? What do they say?
Swing.
Swing, batter, 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 swing. Yeah, you want to come sit over here?
Want to sit with Miss Deborah? Okay.
He's like, come on, buddy. Oh, so sweet. Okay, I have a 15-year-old. I can't put him in my lap anymore like this. A lot of families, as I mentioned earlier, who are going through it, this is the type of thing that can tear marriages apart. It's the type of thing that can make them even closer. So for somebody who's going through it right now, what advice do you have for those, even other siblings that might be in the family?
I would definitely say, when we first learned about this organization called the Hydrocephalus Association, they were a very intricate part of our process because we didn't know that there was a community of families and resources out there to help with, parents that are dealing with hydrocephalus. This was all new to us.
Yeah.
So we learned about that organization. They host events, walks. We were actually a part of the walk. And it's really just a fun organization when you're going through it to relate to other families who are out there. So that was really big for us.
Yeah, and Dr. Shaw, it is important. There is the family and the doctors, but to find another community that understands exactly what you're going through.
They are a really wonderful organization that helps support families and patients with hydrocephalus. And the HA national meeting is in Houston this spring, and it's a great resource for many families to show just how much you can do. One of our medical students who has a shunt actually operates on other shunts. Wow. And the sky's the limit, really, for this condition.
What made you decide to become a pediatric neurosurgeon?
I think we get to help a lot of children and families with very scary neurosurgical conditions and take them from where they're in a very negative trajectory and turn things around to something very positive.
Yeah. This
morning I operated on a child with hydrocephalus from a different reason at about 3 in the morning, and she's going to do great.
Wow.
And we really got to make a big difference.
We mentioned at the top of the show that January is National Thank You Month, and so you would like to thank Dr. Shaw and the other physicians at UT physicians that helped you.
Yeah, so Dr. Shaw, we do appreciate everything that you've done for us. Wesley's outlook on life has been completely different because of the great work that y'all have done at UT, trying to get him up. We're with UT for his neurosurgery. We're with UT for his epilepsy. We're UT for his movement specialist. So Dr. Shaw, UT physicians, Dr. Watkins, who isn't here, that's his neuro epilepsy doctor. And so they're great. And they love Wesley just as much as we do. So.
That's awesome.
So thank you, Dr. Shaw.
Thank you all very much for sharing your story. And Wesley, of course, is a ladies' man. He's gone from my lap to another woman to another one. You go, Wesley. That's okay. Well, for more information on UT Physicians, log on to utphysicians.com or give them a call at 888-4UT-DOCS. That works out to be 888-488-3627. Wesley, let me tell you, if I was a younger girl.